All right, today's Thursday, February 22nd, 2018, and today we're going to talk about shorting morning spikers. Okay, let's get right into it. First trade of the day, I traded ANTH again. Now, there was no shares to short on this. I didn't short this. I actually was trying to buy this. This is day two. I traded it yesterday, lost some money on it, and then I traded it again today and lost some money on it. So I had three trades today, ended up in the green. Actually, I was just logging in my my wins and losses for the last couple of weeks, and I noticed that I'm on my 10th green day in a row. So, yay me, that's nice. I guess we've had a short week this week too. But anyways, yeah, 10th. So it's a nice little hot streak. But today, ANTH. So I actually bought this one right here in the beginning of the day. I was contemplating buying it, and then when it broke the high of day, I bought it. I chased it up at 260. Watched it. Thought it was going to break the high of day. I knew if it could break this high at 283 that it could really go, but it couldn't even get close. And then it started to come down, and I thought when it came down here, I didn't want to, like yesterday, I sold into weakness, and I was I thought maybe it might find some support. It might come back up, curl back up and go, but so I held, and then all of a sudden it failed. So then I ended up selling into this right here. So started out the day a loser, but that's okay, because then oh yeah, and if you're wondering about my HTM overnight short, that was a small position. I sold into this little drop right here. Had a little spike, came down, got out of here in the. That wasn't it. Right here. Had a little spike, it dropped, and I got out right in around here. I think it was like 77 or 78. I got out for small profits, next to nothing. Not much, nothing to be proud of. Anyways, so that was an overnight hold. So this is the best trade of the day for me. This is the one where I made all my money shorting a morning spiker. This thing, if we look at the daily chart, you got 3 green days in a row. You got 3 green days in a row. This thing has a horrific long-term chart. Let's look at it for the last year. For the last year, this thing has just gotten crushed. So you know there's lots of overhead resistance. And then it's putting in 3 green days in a row. And so today, I actually seen this yesterday, and the idea of shorting it halfway crossed through my mind. But I was like, this thing is not up enough, see? So I left it alone yesterday. This actually was a good buy yesterday, you know? Kind of second green day, held its gains all day long. Anyways, but so this thing spikes up in the morning. I started in short with a small position. This is probably pretty anxious and overzealous of me, but I took my first short position at see, it broke up to 142, and then it had this pullback candle right here. So I got in on this candle, I think at 139. I thought that might be the end of it, but I knew that was kind of it was pretty early entry, and I'm trying to catch the top. So I took a small position. It's basically starter position, and then when it broke 150, I put in more. I think I maybe doubled my order, and I got it. No, not 150. 148 is whenever I got my next order. So it shot through 150. It couldn't get through 150. So I was like, all right. So I got in at 148, and then it flushed down. I realized this is the first leg up. This thing could have multiple legs. So it came down. I took profits at, I think, in the 30s. I think I got out at 37. I took profits, half profits, so I still had partial position. So I basically sold I sold all I got. I got even on the 139. Maybe made a couple cents, and then I took half profits on the 150. So I made a little there. Then it comes back and it goes again, hits a high of 160. Then it starts putting in lower highs, puts in the lower high right here. I got short again at 152, and then it came down. It came down, and I was watching. I took some off in the at 140 right here into this little flush. I took half off right here. Then it kind of bounced around, and VWAP was right here at the top of this. It was like staying right under VWAP. So VWAP was right at about 147. And so I'm watching it, and then it makes a lower high right here, or a higher low. Makes a higher low right here. And then right here I got shook out. This candle, some volume came, immediately shot up really quick, and then it started continuing to go up, and I got scared. So I got out. But then that failed. So I gave a little bit back right here. So let's go to the rest of the day. So yeah, so I got shook out right here, and then I noticed it's putting in higher lows, and so this thing is looking like it might ramp and take off. And then I'm watching. I actually thought about buying it. But then whenever it broke these highs right here with this candle, and it just couldn't go any further, I thought this might be the end. So then I switched my bias back to short, and you can see it's kind of starting to roll off. It's kind of starting to roll over, and I got short at 152. So I got short at 152, and I sold part of it into. Actually, I missed this drop. This drop was real quick, and it bounced. And then, so I'm watching and I'm waiting, and then been a little under the weather. I had to go run some errands, and I got tired of watching it. I had some profits, so I got out at 144, and then I come back later in the day, and then I see it does this. So I missed out quite a bit right here. So missed out on a lot of profits right there, but that's okay though. Still green on the day. Green is good. Don't want to bitch and win. But anyway, so that's how I played this morning spiker. Shorted a few times. Definitely on the first pullback, you got to make sure to take profits, because these things usually a lot of times they come back. And in a stronger market, this thing might have taken off. Anyways, thanks for watching. Leave some comments, and don't forget to subscribe.